Okay, good morning, good morning, good morning. Stocks go up, stocks go down, now way up. Here's the reality. The reality is the Fed doesn't know what the hell they're doing. Anytime the market goes up at all, they want to crush it. Okay? They don't want the wealth effect to come back in. Okay? Very, very straightforward. Think about it. Netflix, huge downgrade yesterday for no reason, except for that they haven't given you the numbers. Why? Are they not good? Probably not. But it hasn't gotten through 313. It can't seem to get through 313, right? So very straightforward. NOW, the news was so good yesterday and it went down. Today is probably going to go up. May go to 416, may even go to 422. Let's see. Snowman got an upgrade to 200. It was actually a downgrade from where it was, but at 200, it's 25%. Okay? PanW, very good quarter. So that means cloud is not slowing. That's good news for the clouds, for Snow and Now and Zscaler and CrowdStrike and everything else. AMAT guided up, but here's the thing. You have to look through AMAT to see why the guide up. Okay, you got to see why the guide up. Okay? Very, very interesting. So Micron is canceling orders. We all know that. They told us that. But they're not canceling them for the next 3 months. Those orders don't get canceled. The orders that they had placed in January, February, March, April, June, July, August, 6 months down, those are canceled. So Micron didn't give you a hold the next 24 months or the next 1 year number. So that's a guide down. It's just not a guide down next quarter. Interesting, right? Interesting. So if they're honest, next quarter they guide down. Very strange happenings, but it actually makes sense. So AMAT's up, Lam Research is going to scream back up again, and techs look better today. Techs look better. Today is all about 4,000. Do we get back to 4,000? I don't know. Do we get back to 4,000? Then we see. Right? Interesting. So that's what we know. So that's what we know today. Okay? Let's see what happens. If you can get back to 3982, then you got a shot at 4,000 and all the way up to 4,100, and then we see. Okay? Very strange stuff happening, right? Very strange stuff. Both up and down, and some things run and some things don't. Interesting, right? It is what it is. Then we see. The dollar is really the most important thing. If it breaks 105, the market runs. If it breaks 108, the market craters. So basically, you're no man's land. Okay? No man's land. Okay, just one thing real quick. Information. Information is information. If somebody posts information, doesn't mean it's real, doesn't mean it's true. It just means that they believe that information. Now, I don't trust anybody about information. I just don't. And every once in a while, I make a mistake, and we all get lazy. And you can't get lazy. Okay? You can't get lazy. I mean, you should be able to do a Google search on information, and if you can't find it within 10 seconds, then it's suspect. Don't trust anybody. Do your own homework. If somebody says there's an upgrade, you should be able to find it in 10 seconds. If you can't, you don't need to believe it. Okay? Just know this. Because if you act on information, I don't care if Sam says it, go find it yourself. I'm telling you, this happened to me many years ago, about 10 years ago. Kramer came on TV and he said it was Wynn. I remember it because it cost me like $80,000. He came out and he said, Wynn has earnings tomorrow. So I went and bought calls tomorrow when it opened the next morning for earnings. And there were no earnings. They didn't come for 2 more weeks. He didn't even mention it. And meanwhile, the stock started going lower. And it went lower for 2 weeks. And at that point, I stopped trusting all these guys, everybody. And whose fault was it? Now, some people will say, oh my God, it's Kramer's fault. No, it's not Kramer's fault. It's Sam's fault. Because he believed something somebody said. Don't believe anything. Okay? In the room, don't believe anything. It's information. Somebody says something, go trade it yourself. Okay? Go find the information and trade it yourself. If somebody says this is a great buy, why? It's information. Think about it and go do what you need to do. Okay? That will make you a better trader. You're not a better trader because you listen to people. Okay? Know this. Okay? Just know this. The schedule is the schedule. It's out there. For Fed speakers, for this, for CPIs, X. Somebody saying, oh my God, this is changing. Don't believe them. You don't need to believe them. You will get destroyed. Okay? Very, very simple. Very, very, very simple. Okay? For today, to me, very simple. Do we get near 4,000? Do we break? Do we break? Nothing broke. The market hit 4,000. It tried to go through. Then it cratered the last 3 days, and it hasn't got through. But it hasn't collapsed. It had every reason to collapse, and it didn't. And now the news today is actually good. Amen? Even though they're lying to you, it's still good news for the day. And Pan W is going to take off all cybers and clouds. So that's good news. And then we see, and then we see, then we see. Elon, I don't know what he's doing. I have no idea what he's doing. Can go up, can go down. But till it gets through 203, it's an avoid. Think about, what do you think Elon's going to do if it gets to 120? The stock is at 330, and he wants to buy a company. I still don't understand why he didn't go through it. Oh, they're going to make me answer a question that I don't want to answer, and it's going to cost you $44 billion to buy Twitter and another $250 billion in market cap on your stock. Jesus. Doesn't make any sense, right? Doesn't make any sense. Okay, let's get started. Good morning, 11:18. Stocks go up, stocks go down. 39.72, 39.81. Upside, downside, 39.21. Avago looking better today, 521. These were all doubles. Everything was a double or a triple at open yesterday. Every single position. Have to trade them. Okay, have to trade them. NVIDIA 162, 169 underneath 141. Apple 152, 156 underneath 138. 138, big number. Can't seem to break that. Lam Research 476, 481 underneath 461. Amazon, round number, 100 up, 90 down. Microsoft, very strong, 146 up, 131 down. Hasn't been able to go down since the day hit 213. So just wait. Snowman, 156, 172. Bitcoin, MicroStrategy going back up, 181 up, 152 down. Netflix, 303, 309, 313 is the big number. Pan W, 172, 176. CrowdStrike, 149, 151. Zscaler, 144, 149. NOW, 422, 426. Accelerator, Tesla, 193, 196 hard, 303 beast, underneath 177 beast on the downside. And ENPH looks like it's breaking out with First Solar. First Solar 167, ENPH 322. Okay, that's what we know. That's what we know. Let's see how the market plays out. Everybody have a great trading day. See you in chat.